I failed at being you, but I'm winning at being me. I'm winning at being free, ain't no competition but me. See, I realize that I'm free, and I realize that I'm me. And I found out that I'm not alone, and there's plenty people like me. That said,
what's good? I'm Jack, and I'm back with another bootleg figure review. And this time I'll be reviewing the Mafex Justice League Flash. Now, I still haven't seen the Justice League movie, and I don't plan on ever seeing it. But I will say that I like the design of the Flash's suit in that movie. Like, I really like this look for the Flash, because the Flash is my favorite DC superhero next to Green Lantern, John Stewart, and Shazam. But that's neither here nor there. Now, I will say that this box, this packaging looks and feels incredible. I mean, it's very glossy, as you can see. It's the front, side, back, other side, top, bottom. I mean, you can tell that the box is a lot more faded and darker than what the official version of the box might look like, but it's nice packaging all around. And as you can see, the unmasked head in the box is already, you know, crooked and askew. But that's because when I first got this a couple of months ago, I took it out, fiddled around with it, and I just put the head back in any kind of way. But now that we have all of that out of the way, let's get this guy out of the packaging and see what we're working with. As you can see, this is a nicely detailed figure, even for a bootleg. Look at all of the paint details and all of the, you know, textures, and like, just look at all this detail you see on this figure. It's superb. This elbow's kind of loose, but yeah, from where I can see, I don't see any bad paint spots or whatever. This bootleg has a nice paint job, I'll say that. This thing is perfect. Well, you could say that the back of this knee joint is painted a slightly different color, but you're really not going to see that unless you know, get it and play around with it and turn it around and stuff. Oh, and I just noticed a little paint mark on the back of the left thigh. And now I just noticed that black paint mark on the neck. Other than that, this thing is painted flawlessly. But now we can go over all of the accessories he came with, because he didn't come with much, just an unmasked head and a bunch of extra pairs of hands. And this head sculpt looks decent enough. If you can't see, you can see like black, grayish little paint marks on the inside of the head. And I mean, he kind of looks like Ezra Miller. Kinda. And you can actually say he looks a little bit more like Bruce Lee, but that's neither here nor there. It's a nice head sculpt. I mean, you can see a bit of extra plastic sticking out from the top from where the mold came out. Other than that, you can tell that the hair has been like airbrushed on instead of painted. There's a nick on the eyebrow. There's this patch of, you know, flesh colored paint coming through the hair. So the paint job on this unmasked head is bad, kind of bad, but I don't really care about the unmasked head. You can see little black marks all over the face. But like I said, I don't really care about this unmasked head, because I will just display him with his full suit on. And for the extra hands, they all were stuck to the tape when I pulled it out, so I'm just gonna leave it just like this. But he has two fisted hands to style pose, you know, running hands, to flat palm running hands, just so he can do like the peace sign that you see on the front of the packaging, and to open palm hands. And as you can see, there are little black marks on the fingers of some of these hands, most notably this one and this one. Let me turn it around. Yeah, but let me get these off of the tape. I just noticed one of the open palm hands has paint all over the thumb, which is bad. The fisted hand has, you know, black marks all over the thumb. This one looks okay. This one is okay. This one has a little paint mark on that finger. Other than that, you know, it looks like the hand mold was a little bit distorted. And there's another paint mark on that hand right there. Paint marks all over the fingers on this one. No paint marks on this one. This one is, you know, kind of flawless. And this one is flawless too. And now let's go over his articulation. He can look up that much, look down. Yeah, that just happened. I gotta be careful because his head is easily to pop off. Now let me go over the articulation again. He can look up that much, down that much. Ab crunch. Well, he has a top and bottom ab crunch. The top can only go back so far, but get nice range of movement. The bottom gets a lot of range of movement, and with both he can look back like that. Oh, his head is popping out again. Look back like that. Can bend forward that much. Waist swivel, pelvis swivel. Arm can go up that much. Up that much. This is on a hinge, so it doesn't hinder articulation. Go up that much. Butterfly joint. Double jointed elbows. Biceps. Well, that pops out. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows, like I said before. And is on a ball joint. Other arm, same thing. It's on a swivel. Arm goes out that much. You gotta be careful with this arm because when I first got it, this, like, his butterfly joint kept popping out. So I'm being very careful. Bicep swivel. Double joint elbows. Ball joint wrist. Let me get him looking straight. Oh, so unfortunate. Legs have a drop down joint. You can kick up that far. Back. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. Ankle pivot. Rotation. And limited toe hinge. Other leg up that much back, twist it around, double joint knees, ankle pivot and rotation. This toe doesn't seem to want, oh, there it goes. This toe is a lot more stiff than the other. But I never noticed it until now, but this knee joint is very loose. Like, this knee is splitting. He stands kind of wobbly. Like, he looks funny when he stands for some reason. Yeah, his leg looks kind of funny when he stands, but that's just what you deal with when you're getting bootlegs. So now let me get into some size comparisons. Here he is next to my custom painted King of the Dead Black Panther. And here he is next to the PS4 Gamerverse Spider-Man. Here he is next to the NECA God of War 4 Kratos. And my Storm Collectible Street Fighter V Ken. SH Figure Arts Bruce Lee, since I said his unmasked head looks like him. And SH Figure Arts Tiger the Dog, since I don't get to show him off as much. DC Multiverse Justice League Flash. And the DC Multiverse Justice League Tactical Suit Batman. I really want the Mafex version of him, and I'm hoping they make a bootleg too, so I can get him, because the official one costs almost $100, and I do not want to pay that for the Mafex version. Last but not least, bootleg Revotech Judy Hopps. All in all, I gotta say I really like this bootleg, and I highly recommend it, especially if you get a good one. I mean, this one has a little loose knee joint, and you know, this butterfly joint likes to pop out. But other than that, I really like this figure. Hell, it even makes me want to buy the official version. I found it on eBay for, you know, $60, so that's a good price for now. But I may wait a while and see if the price goes down. If not, I'm thinking about buying another bootleg Mafex Flash. I may end up selling my DC Multiverse Justice League Flash, because that figure has such limited articulation, especially compared to this. I mean, this bootleg has way more articulation than that. So I'm really enjoying this. Like, look at how good you can pose this guy. Like, yeah. Word. Look at that old school pose. I mean, he's like, what up? What up? Yeah. Yeah, I really like this figure, and I highly recommend it. Once again, can't say it enough. But anywho, thank you for everyone who watched this video all the way through. Thank you to all my recent subscribers. I really appreciate it. And with that being said, it's been real.